Digital, super funny show. Come on, freaking weirdos, let's have a fun. Digital, hey digital, hey digital.
Hey ho, Rich.
Heyo.
Here we go.
We are here.
It was nice to see you the other night.
It was nice to see you on Saturday.
I was a little bit worried.
Why?
Well, you're a married man now.
I am a married man now.
I thought, well, it's Saturday night and the boys are going out. Is Rich going to say, oh, my wife says I can't go?
No, we're not living with each other, and she worked like a dog this past week, so she's barely even saw me.
She worked like a dog.
Yes.
Does she work very long hours?
She'll oftentimes work from 5 a.m. to 10 a.m. and then 12 to 6 at another job.
5 until 10 and then 12 until 6.
Yeah.
Wow, that's an early morning.
Yes.
Yikes.
Yeah.
She works in some kind of hotel.
Okay, so the morning thing is she's one of the chefs for the breakfast at a hotel.
Ooh, she's a chef.
Oh,
Wait,
yeah.
Hold on. I did it.
You did the ooh.
Hold on.
Ooh.
Oh,
It's infectious, isn't it?
yeah. Now I'm oohing. She's a chef?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, she's a great cook. She's cooked for me a few times. It's amazing. The first time she like really properly cooked for me was the night I proposed to her.
Really?
And she had like made a super plan, and she like wrote out the menu on a paper,
Wow.
and she forced me to come to her place in a tie.
So she made you a fancy dinner and she asked you to dress up.
Yeah.
And then you proposed
And that
to
it
her?
just happened like this.
Wow.
The stars aligned. Like I had known this date was coming for a week or two.
Wow, I didn't know she's a chef.
Oh no, she's a really good chef.
So in the morning, she's a chef at a hotel.
Yes.
Anyway,
But,
Rich,
yeah.
I was saying,
Yes, sir. What were you saying?
I'm glad you came out. I was worried.
No.
Since you're a married man,
Yeah.
maybe you wouldn't come out anymore.
No, that's not how we're gonna roll. Like
All right.
she's quite seemingly cool with me having my social. Like she knows my life. Like
Okay.
I'm out 3 nights a week.
But, I need to be more like you. I need to learn from you, Rich. I need to watch you and learn a few things.
Learn my ways, my style,
Yes.
the way I roll.
Yes, because you went home
Oh.
at a reasonable time.
Yeah, I needed to get home, man.
And there's something wrong with my brain
No.
where I never go home. I'm like, one more drink.
Yeah, you
one
do.
One more drink.
You do, and you've missed the train many times.
I know. I always miss the goddamn train.
Yeah.
And then I have to pay for a taxi. And, there's an old expression that nothing good happens after midnight.
No, I knew that. That's why I went home.
Smart.
Right. And I knew like you guys were like, okay, we're gonna go out now. And I'm like, it's already like 9 or 10. It's like I don't want to get trapped in an izakaya until midnight, and then everybody's gonna be like, Rich, you gotta stay one more. I'm like, no, I
One more, Rich. Come on.
I gotta get out of this place.
Yeah, I really need to change my ways.
Right.
And go home before midnight because nothing good ever happens after midnight.
Yeah.
And it was kind of true.
Right.
If I think back about the night, the fun part of the night was until about 12:30.
Right. And then it just gets ridiculous.
And then it was like, just
You're just drunk and
like
you're just like, okay.
nothing good happens. Actually, that's not true. A lot of good, fun stuff happens after midnight, but not when you're over 35.
Yeah,
or something.
basically. Yeah. Well, you had more social pressure because like Will is more like your friends.
Right.
You
I had
kinda
some
stay.
friends visiting from
Right.
Tokyo, so
Right.
I had
Right.
kind of pressure to
Right.
make sure they have a good time and
Right.
stay out with them.
Right.
But do you want to know the truth?
I do want to know the truth.
I'm so stupid.
Nah,
So around 1 a.m., no, maybe 12:30, Will and his friend from Tokyo, and they all wanted to go into this new club
okay.
because Taiga is there. Taiga's younger, right?
Right.
It's like, let's go check out this new nightclub. It's really big. You know, I guess it's one of the biggest clubs in the city now. It's like brand new.
Where is it? Well, that's for after the podcast.
Yeah, Ichibancho.
Okay.
Kokubuncho kind of.
Aye.
Anyway, we're in a bar right next to the club. You know, Will and Bill and Taiga, and they're all like, you know, instead of at this bar, let's go check out the new club.
Right.
You know, it's a new place.
Right. Yeah, you want to see a new place. Right.
But you know, I could see the entrance of the club.
Right.
And I could see there's tons of people going in, and they're all really young.
Yeah.
And I just felt like I don't want to go
Yeah,
into
why?
this loud
Yeah.
club where it's like,
And you're like, hey, what are you gonna drink?
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe just a beer.
Yeah. It's just like, yeah.
you know, I was like, I don't really want that.
I already felt that at the first place we went, the bar. It's like, it's loud. I can barely hear people.
So anyway, I tell them, I'm like, look, guys, I should go home.
Right.
I don't want to go into a loud, noisy club.
Right.
And, you know, now I'm a father, so I always have an excuse.
Right.
I can just say, oh, well, my daughter's going to jump on my face at
Right.
6:30 in the morning. So
Which is probably true, actually.
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they go in the club, and Ben and I stay in the bar.
Right.
Well, let's finish our drinks and chat, just me and Ben.
Right.
And that was nice. But then I started talking to some other young people, and then I got another pint of beer.
Uh-oh.
And then Ben left, but I stayed.
Right.
And then it was after 2 when I finally was leaving the bar.
Right.
And right when I was walking out of the bar,
Right.
our whole group of friends
Comes back.
from Tokyo and Taiga and everyone, they come out of the club and they're like, you asshole, you asshole.
You didn't go home.
You said you were going home. And I was like, sorry, guys.
God.
I don't know what happened. And then I, you know, as I said, in the morning, of course, I got to wake up fairly early
Right.
because of my daughter. And I just felt like shit.
Right.
And I was like, oh, I should have gone home
Right.
like Rich.
Yeah. No, it was the right maneuver for me.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a nice walk home. I cooked a nice meal. I had
cooked a meal at
Yeah.
1 in the morning?
No, I left at like 10 or something.
No.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That early?
Yeah, because I was with Taiga from like 7:30 to 8:39.
And then you came and met us.
And
at
I was only
9.
with you guys.
Oh, and
like,
I guess you only stayed.
like an hour or two.
Right, because you left after the first
Right.
bar.
Right.
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 Oh, so you went home and ate.
And then I just was like, I gotta work tomorrow, and
Yeah.
I'm-
smart.
I had another glass
I
of
had to work,
wine,
too.
and I was like, I'm drunk. I'm not like drunk, but you know, I'm like,
I've got a good buzz.
yeah,
I don't need any more.
yeah.
Have some food and go to bed.
Let's go to sleep. It's like 12:31. It's time.
Smart
Yeah.
man.
Yeah,
Smart,
I just
smart man.
didn't want to deal. Like I would have liked to have hung out, but it was just like, you know what? I'm tired. I just finished work and I got a heavy bag and
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I just should have gone home early.
right.
That's it.
You should just make yourself a rule. You're always going to catch the last train or subway, no matter what.
Yeah,
Yeah, that should be your rule. Like,
but that would mean I have to stop drinking late. And you want to know something, Rich?
you don't want to do that.
I never gonna stop.
No, I really should stop.
No, I think
I really, really should.
since you've got a family and a kid and stuff like
Yeah, because
probably the right
now
move.
I
It's the right-
have like a lack of sleep.
right.
My brain's not working.
Right.
Anyway,
Yes.
it has been 1 week since we last talked.
It has.
And you've been a married man for just over 1 week.
Week and a half.
weeks?
Yes.
Yeah.
Week and a half. Yes.
How does it feel? How is it going? You guys are house hunting now, right?
Yes. We will go see the apartment that we're 99% going to take.
What's important for you when looking for a new place to live?
Size was an issue.
Yeah, you're really tall, so you need to get like high doorways.
Yes.
That's an important thing.
Yes, but it's a new building, so it invariably will have high doorways. I haven't entered it yet, but from the pictures, it'll be okay.
It's a new building,
Yes.
and invariably,
Yes.
which means definitely,
Yes.
it will have higher doorways than old buildings.
It's kind of got a cool kitchen where it overlooks the living room, dining room. I kind of like that fact.
That's cool. So your
Yeah.
kitchen has a kind of counter where the sink is.
And it overlooks.
Yeah, which is facing
Yeah.
the living room.
So I'm kind of excited about that. I'm also excited about having an indoor stairway. Like the front door is on the ground floor. And as soon as you enter the front door, there's a
There's
stairway.
a Genkan area,
Yes.
and then the stairs.
Go up.
And you have to walk up the stairs.
And just small issues like the getabako, I don't know, shoe place where you keep your shoes.
Yeah,
It's
like a
huge.
Shelf.
It
for
seems like
shoe
it's
storage.
huge. From the pictures, it's like almost as tall as me. Like,
So there's lots of space for
Yeah.
shoes.
right, which is important for me.
Do you have a lot of pairs of shoes?
Yes,
You do?
I do. I have
Really?
like 4 in stock.
4 pairs of shoes is not that many.
No, that's stock.
Oh, you mean you have 4 pairs that you've never used?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is that because you need giant shoes, so you buy extras when you go
Yeah.
overseas?
I mean, when I go to San Francisco, I take an empty suitcase and then I just go shopping there.
You buy all your clothes in San Francisco.
I mean, virtually all my clothes are from San Francisco.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited that even though it wasn't a priority for me, it'll be really nice to be like in a building that's only 6 years old. It'll be nice.
New building, only 6 years old.
Right. It's in a very quiet neighborhood, which will be nice.
But here's the big problem.
What's that?
So you might not see the mystery couple anymore.
I know. And the Mormons are sad too.
Yeah, and your Mormon friend.
Like I ran into them earlier this last week and they're like, "Oh my God, congratulations, you're married. Wait, you're moving? That means you're not going to walk by our church anymore." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm sorry." So they were like sad as well. Yeah, whatever. A new life. Like I'm looking forward to a new life. Like by a month from now, I'll be living with my
You'll be
wife
a new man.
and I'll be, living a new life and
Eating professionally made food by a chef.
yeah, she's a really good cook.
One thing I'm a little concerned for you about,
What's that?
you and your wife
Yes.
have very kind of opposite schedules.
Yes, we've talked about that.
You work quite late in Eikaiwa, and she works very, very early.
Yes.
Is that going to be an issue, do you think?
We've talked about it in terms of she wants to like
Because if she starts work at 5 a.m.,
Yeah.
she must wake up at like
yeah.
4.
And she's also a light sleeper too. So she doesn't
So she wakes up easily. Right. So you're going to have to come home from work like a ninja.
Yeah, I don't know how that's gonna work. I mean
A drunken ninja. That's me. Well, everyone is wishing you well.
thank you very
I
much.
talked to many people, many students who are listeners.
Oh great.
People I saw in Osaka.
Oh wow, I'm famous. Wow.
Everyone's saying, "Hey, please tell Rich
Oh, well, thank you.
congratulations.
Thank you very much. I'm very happy about getting married and
Finding a life partner.
finding a life partner.
That's
and,
great, Rich.
And moving in with her. It's going to be excellent. I know.
Happy day.
Thank you.
Happy day.
Thank you.
So we're going to move on.
If you've got a question,
We have got a
don't
question.
shout, 'cause Abe and Rich are real nice guys. If you've got a question, don't hold back, 'cause Rich and
No.
Abe will answer that.
Don't hold back.
Don't do it.
Ask your question because Rich and Abe will answer
Every time.
that. Your question.
Yes.
All right. This question comes from Yumi
Yumi.
in
Hello, Yumi.
Hiroshima.
Hello. Hiroshima is one of my favorite cities in Japan.
I've never been there.
Great city.
It's at the top of my list of cities that I want to visit.
It's beautiful.
I still haven't been there. She's not from Hiroshima City, though.
Okay.
She's from Hiroshima Prefecture.
Prefecture. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, she learns guitar online.
Okay.
And her guitar teacher is British.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyway, she had a bit of trouble communicating with her guitar teacher recently.
Okay.
She was trying to say the word verse.
Verse.
Yeah.
Very musical word.
Yeah, so she's trying to play the verse and she kept saying it and the guitar teacher was like, "What? No, we're not." And she kept trying to say verse, but I guess she was saying bass.
Bass. Oh, bass.
And he
Bass,
thought,
bass.
"Are you trying to say bass?"
Bass.
Because it's spelled BASS.
Yes.
And then finally they figured it out.
Right.
And she realized, oh my God, I really have to be careful about my pronunciation, especially a word like verse, where you got the V and the R.
Bite the lower lip.
Right. Verse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough.
And so she's wondering, as an English teacher, what do you think are the sounds that Japanese people need to be the most careful about?
The L and R, the
Of
V
course.
and B.
L and R,
Yeah.
V and B.
B. Yeah.
Yeah. When you make a V sound, you should, as Rich just said, kind of bite your bottom lip with your top teeth.
Yes.
Verse.
Verse.
Yeah.
Verse. Yeah.
Other ones is maybe TH.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, especially the soft TH.
Yeah. And just
Like think,
yeah.
you know.
Think. Yeah.
You got to use your tongue, touch your teeth with your tongue.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also, just katakana English.
Yeah, try your hardest
Yeah.
to speak speak with proper pronunciation.
Right.
Don't rely on katakana.
Right.
Just because it's more comfortable.
Maybe I would also say get used to explaining the word you want to say.
In case someone can't understand.
Yeah. I mean, I know it's a challenge, but, if someone doesn't understand what you're saying.
That's good advice. And I would recommend, for example, a word like verse.
It's a tough word.
When the person can't understand you,
Right.
I would say, like there's the chorus and then
Right.
there's the verse.
Right. Exactly. Explain it.
Yeah,
out.
give
Yeah.
context.
Or spell it.
Right?
Don't be shy to spell it.
Or spell it.
Right.
VERSE.
Right. Because as soon as you say V, he's going to know.
Yeah.
Right.
So I would say give context, like say verse. Like there's chorus and then verse. And then they go, oh.
And it's the
You mean
Yeah.
verse.
Yeah, exactly. Don't
Yeah.
be shy to explain and talk about what you want to say. That's how I talk with my wife. I mean, we sometimes don't know what we're saying, but we we work it out, you know?
Right. Sometimes you have to explain a
Yeah.
little bit.
Yeah.
Have you ever had any funny situations or misunderstandings when it comes to pronunciation?
Muddler. Okay, so I had a student yesterday, a very advanced student, want to talk about the stick thing that you swizzle stick.
Oh, for
That you
making
stir
cocktails?
stirring the coffee, stirring the cocktail, the thing you use to stir your cocktail or
stir
coffee.
stick.
Yeah, swizzle stick. I call
You
it.
call it a swizzle stick?
Yeah, and she was like calling it a muddler, and I was like,
Muddler.
a muddler. And I was like, what are you talking about? I don't know what word you're saying. And she thought it was English. I was like, a muddler. And we looked up muddle, and I told her, like, look, I would use the word muddle to mean disorganized situation. Like, don't muddle the situation.
Right.
Right?
You mean like make a mess?
Yeah, make a mess in an organized
Muddle up.
situation. Yeah, muddle up the
Make
situation.
kind of mess it up.
But that's
Get
the
it all unorganized.
Yeah, but she was using it as a noun, and I was like, I don't use that word as a noun.
And so meaning like something you stir a drink with.
Yes.
She was saying a muddler.
Yeah, and then we looked it up, and in katakana, because it's a katakana word, it's like madora.
Madora.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
and I was like, okay, that's not an English word, and she was surprised.
It might be though.
It,
It could be British or
I mean, it could be right.
fucking British.
Yeah, losers.
We love you, Brit.
We love you guys.
Not that much though.
So that was a pronunciation thing, because she goes like, how do you call a muddler in English? And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about.
And it was literally just a stir stick,
Yeah,
or
and
as
then-
you say, a swizzle stick.
And then I was explaining,
Because, like, you know, when I was a bartender, you have those long metal spoons,
Right,
And
right.
you use it to stir the drink and
Right.
mix it with the ice.
right?
Is that what you're talking
Yes,
about?
yes,
Oh, okay. I would
And-
just call that like a cocktail spoon.
right. And that's what I told her as well. I was like, we don't really have a noun that we describe it. We just talk about like stir it with this. We don't call it.
Yeah, we
something.
very rarely use the word.
Yeah.
I guess
So she was shocked. at that.
probably British.
It's probably something.
I've got a muddler.
Muddler.
Yeah,
I asked my British counterpart last night. He just
your British coworker.
yes.
Okay.
He kind of just said whatever. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, really? He didn't know it.
I don't think he knew it.
So it's not British.
I
It's
doubt
just kind of a Japanese
Yes.
katakana word
Yeah.
that perhaps they
Whatever.
just
Integrated into
they thought,
the
muddle means mix it up.
Right.
So yeah, it's
Right.
a muddler.
right, something like that. So
Okay.
yeah, that was kind of a pronunciation situation, because when she said muddler, I was like, I don't even understand what you're saying, and it took me a few minutes to.
So you thought maybe her pronunciation is wrong.
Yes.
And you thought she maybe is trying to say something else.
Yes.
The other day I was doing a podcast with Yoshi,
Right.
and we're talking about someone who's picky,
Okay.
you know? And he said, "Oh yeah, isn't there another word like fuzzy?" And you know, fuzzy means like kind of soft and like kind of
like a fuzzy sweater.
yeah, right? A soft fabric, fuzzy. And then when I was editing the episode,
Right.
I realized, oh, he meant to say fussy.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, to be fussy
Fussy.
about something
Aye.
means
Ooh,
to be picky.
That's a
and-
crazy pronunciation thing.
Yeah, but he missed one little sound.
Right.
And he said fuzzy,
Yeah.
which is a totally different word.
Right.
But the context was being picky.
Right.
So I should have realized
It's hard,
he
though.
meant to
Yeah.
say fussy.
Yeah.
And I was like, what are you talking about, Yoshi? No,
Yeah.
you're wrong.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, sorry, or whatever. And then when I was editing, I was like, oh, poor Yoshi. He was so close.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I missed it. I
Right.
should have known that, it's very close. Fuzzy,
Right.
fussy.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So ZZ or SS.
But as a teacher, sometimes it's tough.
Yeah.
You can tell the person is confident. They're like, no, this is the word. I
Right.
know it is. And you're like, no, I can't understand what you're trying to
Yeah,
say.
yeah.
So I think, as you said, it's important to be able to simply explain the word you're talking about,
Right.
or just spell it
Right.
if you know the spelling.
Yeah. And then just work through it.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. And be patient, because sometimes it's like my mind doesn't, when she asked me, like, what's the thing you stirred your coffee with? I'm like, I don't know.
A stir stick.
Yeah. Right. I was like,
Or like
"Geez."
a little coffee spoon or something.
Right. So it took me like 5 minutes of having this conversation to like
Figure it out.
grasp what it is.
And then for her, your student,
yeah.
it's very like unsatisfying because in the end we don't really have a good word.
Which is what I told her.
Yeah.
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 And she was like, what? And I go, yeah, we just say the spoon or the
Swizzle stick.
yeah.
That's what you call
Yeah,
it.
that's what I call it. Yeah, yeah.
Swizzle
The swizzle stick. Yeah. Yeah. Which is a weird word. Like, how often do I say swivel?
I've never
Like,
heard.
never.
I don't know if I've heard that. That must be a San Francisco.
It could be.
Ooh, a swizzle.
Ooh. Ooh.
All right, let's wrap it up.
Let's wind it
buddy.
up. Let's swizzle it up.
Thank you for listening, guys. Come to 55freebird.com. Leave a comment or ask a question. You can use the Toyawase form on my website, or you can come to our social media on Instagram or X and ask a question there. Also, you can comment on the episodes on Spotify, and please leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts to help us. Have a wonderful week, everyone.
Yes,
See you
have a
next
nice week.
time.